Welcome to another video from UA code 127.0.0.1. Students, this is me from UA code 127.0.0.1. Today I come to you with my new CTF and this is Windows Privilege Escalation Arena. And before start this lecture, I would like to say you kindly subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get the notification of all my upcoming lectures. I have already opened the target machine and victim machine is also running. Students, basically in this CTF, total task is 14 and in my today video, I will cover just 7 tasks from this CTF. I decided to split this CTF into 2 parts. So in my today video, I will just cover the 7 tasks of this CTF. And in this CTF, you will learn about how you can actually exploit Windows. Okay, let's get started. I will move to the task 1. Students, you should connect the TryHackMe VPN in order to access all these resources. Right now, I'm using the built-in Kali Linux of TryHackMe, so I don't need to download the VPN and connect it. But if you don't, if you do not use the built-in Kali Linux of TryHackMe, definitely you have to download the VPN and connect it. Okay, let's jump to the task 2, that is deploy the vulnerable machine. Okay. I think I should start this machine. First, I'm going to click on this one and again I will start my target machine. This room will teach you a variety of Windows privilege escalation tactics including kernel exploits, DDL hijacking, service exploits, registry exploits and many more. These are very good stuff. So students, you are learned very useful information in this lab. And some reference link are present here. You can either explore all these links for further reference. And all tools needed to complete this room are on user desktop. Okay, all the tools are present here in this location. Let's first connect to the machine. RDP is open on port this one. Your details are credential details are this one. Students, first of all, I should RDP this target machine. Just wait, it will take some few seconds to turn on. So right now I will move to the terminal and I will just simply type this command in order to create RDP session with my target machine. Here I type x free RDP and then /u. The username is user and then /p and password is password 321 and then here I should type the machine IP. So I'm going to copy this IP from here, move to my terminal and hit enter. Okay. Okay students, in this way you can actually create RDP session with your target machine by using this command. Right now I'm successfully RDP to my target machine. That the target machine is Windows 7. Here you can see Windows 7 is present and all the necessary tools that you actually need are stored here in this place. Okay. For any administrative action, you might take these details. That is, username is this and password is this one. Guys, if you want to perform any administrative task, then definitely you can either these details. That is, you can use these details for to perform any administrative task. Okay. Open a command prompt and run the net user who is the other non-user default user on this target machine. Okay, I'm going to open this command prompt. If I typed here net user and press enter, see all the user of this target machine are present to me. That is administrator, guest, TCM, user. Okay, I try one by one and when I typed here TCM, so this answer is submitted successfully. Let's jump to the task 3, that is registry escalation auto run. Okay, open command prompt and type this command. First of all, I'm going to open the command prompt. Command prompt is already open and now just I'm going to simply type this command. I can copy this from here, move to my terminal and just I will paste this command here. Okay, I think I should remove to the user and C and press enter. I'm going to click on agree, and from here in autorun click on the login tab. Okay, when I click on this tab, that is login, from the listed result, notice that the my program entry is pointing to this path. Okay, that is C program files, autorun program and program exe. Let me show you. If I click on my program, and you can see below its path is present. This is the path of this file. If I click on VMware, this is the path of this file. If I click on Microsoft Mail, the path of this file is present to me. Okay, when I click on my program, you can see my program is present on autorun program exe. Okay, now students, in command prompt type this command. Okay, I'm going to just simply copy this from here, move to my command prompt, and just I am going to simply paste this command from here. Okay, I think I should remove users and see from the start of this command. Okay, I typed and hit enter, and when I click on agree, and from the output notice that everyone user group has file all access permission on program exe file. Let me show you. Here you can see when I run this command, and everyone, here you can see everyone have read write permission on file all access to this file, that is program exe. It's mean that any normal user can be able to upload any malicious code with this name in this target machine. Okay, now move to the Kali Linux and start the Metasploit MSF console. Okay, I will move to the my Kali Linux machine, and from here I'm going to start MSF console. I just typed here MSF console and hit enter. And in Metasploit type this command, that is use multi-handler in order to actually activate a netcat listener, activate a listener, not a netcat listener. You can either use netcat listener method, but right now I'm going to use Metasploit in order to get a reverse shell. Okay, here I typed use multi-handler and hit enter. Again I typed use payload, and I typed here Windows. Meterpreter. Okay, Windows Meterpreter reverse TCP. I copy this from here and just move to my terminal and paste this command here. Hit enter. Again I should set the local IP address. First I check my IP by pressing IP address, and my local IP is this one. I typed here set lhost, and now I typed here 10.10.197.185 and press enter. Okay, now I will type here run and hit enter. See, multi-handler is start here. Okay guys, now it's time to create a payload by using MSF vnum command. I'm going to copy this command from here and move to my Kali Linux terminal. Okay, I split my terminal window. Okay guys, I typed here this MSF vnum command in order to create a Meterpreter payload. I should change here the IP address. Okay, I just simply typed here localhost equal to my localhost IP address, that is 10.10.197. Here you can see my local IP address is present, 185, and simply I press enter. Okay, copy the generated file program exe to the Windows virtual machine. Okay, let me show you. Here you can see program exe is created. See, this is the program exe file. Now it's time to actually move this file to my victim machine. For this purpose, I'm going to first activate the Python server by typing here sudo. I typed here sudo python 3, and then I typed here -m, and then http dot server and port is 80. Okay, I change the port, that is port 80. Port is, if I type port is, I change the port number. You can see my Python services start now successfully. Let me show you either file is created or not. I just simply typed here. I will move to the browser, and now if I typed here 10, I typed here 10.10.197.185 and port is 81 and hit enter. Okay, now you can see students, the exe file is present here, program.exe. It's mean this file is now successfully created and it's time to move this file into my Victor machine. I will move to the Windows 7 and from here I will open the browser. Okay, now students, I just simply typed here 10.10.197.185 and port number is 81 and hit enter. Okay. Okay students, you can see when I browse this URL on port 81, now it's time to save program exe into my Victor machine. I just click on this and click on save button. And I should save this into, okay, place the program exe in this location, that is program files auto run program. Okay, I will move to the my computer. From here I'm going to open C, then program files and then auto run program. Already program is present here. I just click on save and click on yes. Okay, I have successfully replaced this my new created file to the previous program file. I just close this window. To stimulate the privilege escalation effects, log off and then log back on as an administrator user. And now students, wait for a new session to open in Metasploit. Okay, students, if I move to the C, program files, auto run program, and when I click on program and when I click on run, let me show you either session is created or not. If I move to my Kali Linux MSF console, here you can see I am successfully get the meterpreter session. See, if I typed here pwd, currently I am present in program file auto run program. If I typed here get UID and hit enter, see username is TCM PC user. If I typed here dir, right now you can see program exe is present here and some file permission of this file is present to me. Now students, you have a meterpreter session. You can play a lot of with this session. You can either create or create any malicious file or code in this target machine. You can either delete or either you can change the file of this target machine as you gain a meterpreter session. This is very useful method how you can actually get meterpreter session on your target machine. Okay, I'm going to task 4, that is registry escalation. Okay, open command prompt and type this command here. I'm going to just copy this command from here, move to my Victor machine, and here I'm going to open the command prompt. Okay, I will move to the command prompt. Here I just simply paste this command by pressing here edit, paste and hit enter. See, a registry key is present to me. From the output, notice that always installed value is 1. Here you can see the value of this command is 1. Okay, again you can either check this command. I'm going to simply copy this from here. Okay, move to my terminal and then I'm going to paste this here as well. See, right now the value of this command is also 1. From the output, notice that always installed elevated value is 1. It's time for exploitation. Students, move to your Kali Linux machine. Okay. Now I'm going to just click on control. I'm going to quit from this session by pressing Control Z. Okay. Now students, you have to activate a listener again. I'm going to use this method again that I actually followed previously. Okay, I hit enter. Again I check here my IP address. I typed here set lhost, that is 10.10.197.185, and now I click on run. Again meterpreter session is start. Now students, I'm going to create a payload by using MSF Venom. I'm going to create a MSF Venom payload again. I should copy this command from here. Due to the shortage of the time, it's not possible for me to type whole command. So I just simply copy and paste. Okay, I should change here the IP address. Okay, I'm going to change the IP address. I just simply typed here 10.10.197.185 and hit enter. Now it's time to create a file, that is setup.msi. Okay, ls. See, the file is present here, setup.msi. It's time to move this to my victim machine. Okay, place setup MSI in C temp. I will move to my victim, and here I will refresh my browser window to load my new file. Okay, I'm going to refresh this URL. Okay guys, here you can see setup.msi is present. I'm going to just click on it, and now I'm going to save this in temp folder. I should move to the C and select the temp and click on save option. Okay, file is successfully saved. Open command prompt and then you can use this method. I'm going to copy this command from here, move to my command prompt and simply type this command here. Okay, when I hit enter, command is executed successfully. Now it's time to check either I have get the session or not. Let me show you. Okay, you can see I'm successfully again get a meterpreter session. Now if I check here PWD, right now I'm present in system 32. Previously I was present in auto run program. Okay, now if I check here get UID and hit enter, you can see now I have anti-authority shell. I have more privilege escalation account. I can perform administrative tasks by using this account. This is the method how you can actually get the anti-authority system account. It's very dangerous for a victim if the attacker get anti-authority shell on its machine. Okay, now he can either delete or edit user of edit data of any user on victim machine. Okay, now if I typed here dir, if I move to the, you can either move any directory or you can either delete any directory, you can either upload any payload. So this is the method how you can actually get anti-authority shell. Let's jump to the task 5, that is service escalation registry. First go to the Windows virtual machine and open PowerShell prompt and type this command. Okay, it's time to use PowerShell. I will move to my victim machine, and from here I should open the PowerShell. I typed here PowerShell, and now simply I'm going to paste this command here and hit enter. Okay, notice that the output suggests that the user belongs to NT authority, has full control permission over the registry key. Here you can see that the NT authority account has full control permission over the registry key. You can see that the owner is built-in administrator, group NT authority system and access. Everyone allow read key, NT authority, interactive allow full control, and it's also full control on all these things. This is very useful information for an attacker. Okay, now go to the Windows VM and copy this command from here. I'm going to just simply copy this command from here. Okay guys, basically actually now it's time to move this file, that is actually this one, this file to my Kali Linux machine that is present on source. Let me show you. Okay, if I move to the desktop and from here I click on tools and now I click on source, and here you can see a file is present, that is windows_service.c. I should move this file to my Kali Linux. For this purpose I'm going to open this and okay, I'm going to open this. I just copy all its content from here. You can move this from Windows VM to Kali by other method, something like that SCP command. Right now I'm not using that method. I just copied the content of this file from here and move to my Kali Linux. Okay guys, in Kali Linux I'm going to simply create a file by using nano editor. I typed here nano and now I typed here file and hit enter. I just simply paste the content of that file in it. You can see this is the content of that file. Now I'm going to save it by pressing Ctrl A and hit enter, then Ctrl X. See here, file is present. I should rename this file to this name, that is actually windows_service.c. This is the file name. So I just go there and simply copy the name of this file from here. Okay guys, now as you know, you can rename file by using move command. I typed here move file to this one and hit enter. You can see that windows_service.c is present here. Now you can check the content of this by using cat command. See, the content of this file is present to me. Next, what should I do? Okay, open Windows service and then you should replace system function with this one. I'm just copy this from here, move to my terminal, and now it's time to actually edit this file. I typed here nano and then I typed here windows.service and hit enter. You can see the system function is present here. This is the system function. Okay, it's time to change its value. Okay, I just simply go here. Okay, and remove the previously written content from here. And place the new content here, that is this one, cmd.exe. Okay, you can see the new content is pasted here. Now I'm going to simply save it by pressing Ctrl O, then I typed here enter and then quit from this file. Okay, now exit the text editor and type this command. Before running this command, you should first install GCC. So I should install this. I'm just copy this command from here, move to my terminal and simply type here sudo apt install GCC / this one. Okay, it will take some time. some packages are missed. I update. First I should update the Kali Linux. I typed here sudo apt update and hit enter. Now again I run this command and hit enter. Yes. Okay. Okay, GCC is installed successfully. Now it's time to run this command. I'm going to simply copy this command from here, move to my terminal and paste this and hit enter. If I check ls, I think x.exe is created here successfully. You can see x.exe is present here. It's time to move this to my victim machine. Okay, now students, I will move to my victim machine. Again, I will refresh the browser in order to load the new file. Okay, now you can see x.exe is present here. I'm just click on this and save this. I should save this into temp folder. Okay, I will move to the temp and click on save icon. The file is saved successfully. I should close from here and open the command prompt and type this command, that is this one. I'm just simply copy this from here and now I will move to my terminal and here I should paste this command and hit enter. The operation is performed successfully. Now in the command prompt, start this service by using this command. If I hit enter, now you can see service name is this one, that is regsvc, and the type is Windows 32 on process. State is start pending. And it is possible to confirm that the user was added to the local administrator group by typing this command here. Now it's time to check either user was added to the local administrator or not. I just simply copy the command from here. Okay, now if I paste this and hit enter, the command completed successfully. It means this user is now successfully added to the local administrator group. Let's jump to the task 6, that is service escalation. On the Windows VM, open the command prompt and type this command, that is this one. Okay, I just copy this command from here, move to the command prompt and simply paste this command here. Okay, and hit enter. From here, notice that everyone user group has file all access permission on file permission services exe. You can see that the service is this one, file permission service exe, and everyone user has read write permission to this file. Okay, now students, open the command prompt in Windows and type this command. I just copy this from here, move to my victim command prompt and paste this command and hit enter. You can see one file is copied successfully. Okay, in the command prompt, type the sc start file permission services. Okay, now it's time to actually start the services. I just simply paste it here and hit enter. Now you can see the services of this new created file is on Windows 32 on process. File service name is file permission services and this is in active state. It's possible to confirm that the user was added to the local administrator group by typing this command. I just simply copy and paste and hit enter. Now the command is executed successfully. Let's move to the task 7, that is privilege escalation startup application. Open command prompt and type this command in victim command prompt. I just copy this command here and now I will paste this and hit enter. Successfully process one file failed processing 0 file. I think one file is processed successfully. From the output, notice that built-in user group has full access to the directory. Here you can see this user has access to this, and built-in administrator has full access to this, and built-in user has full access to the directory. Okay, now students, it's time to move the Kali Linux and start the meterpreter session. Start the MSF console again. Okay, I should utilize the previous MSF console. Okay, okay, I just simply typed here back. Okay, if I typed here and click on yes and hit enter, again I'm going to start the netcat listener. You can see the netcat listener is now start. I'm going to again create a payload by using MSF Venom. I just simply copy this command from here, move to my Kali Linux terminal, and here I am going to create a new payload. Okay, I should change here the IP address. I typed here 10.10.197.185 and hit enter. Now place this new created file into this location, that is program data Microsoft Windows startup. Okay, I will move to the victim browser and refresh this URL. Okay, from here I'm going to click on this new created file and move this to the C program data. Okay, from C program data micro, some folder are hide here. I think C program data and micro. I move to here, and now if I program data is not present here, it is disable, it is not present here right now. Okay, okay, show hidden, always show icon, show hidden file and directories, and when I click on apply, click on OK. Now when I click on program data is now present here. Okay, now I'm going to Microsoft, and in Microsoft I should move to the Windows and start menu. From here I'm going to move to the Windows and then start menu, and here program files and startup, program and then startup. I should save this here and click on folder is successfully saved. I'm going to click on OK. Log in with the administrator details. Okay, now let me show you the session is not created successfully. I don't know why, but the method is this. In this method you can actually get the session, and now you can actually admin user access. So students, this is all about my today lecture. In this lecture I will cover total 7 tasks of Windows Privilege Escalation Arena. I will come to you with my new lecture, and definitely in my new lecture I will cover the remaining part from this CTF. Till that, Allah Hafiz and take care.